Hey, good morning. I guess we can still call this morning since it's 11 o'clock, and we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for the area, and also added a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire area through 4 o'clock this afternoon. Let's turn this over to Meridian Honda radar as we pull this up to take a look at everything that's going on. There are several. The pink shaded area, what you will find there, now that is the severe thunderstorm watch that's going to be in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale County and for Clarke County. That will be until 11:45. So we have roughly 47 minutes remaining on that. What is prompting this is this storm right here as we look at Heidelberg that is right on the Clarke County line. Now, this storm is moving to the northeast at roughly 50 miles an hour. What does that mean? It's going to move northeasterly through this area here. Now, we just got through with a gully washer that moved through Clarke County and also the Meridian area and has moved on to the York, Livingston, Alabama area. If you're watching from there right now, it's flooding there. A lot of rain coming down on you. This is equally intense. What has changed? We started out, this was going to be a level 1 for the day. Roughly an hour ago, the National Weather Service redug into everything. And it turns out this is a little bit more severe than they thought with the potential of these storms building here. Let's go here and show you what I mean by that. Let's turn on our storm prediction for today. Where all of this area was a level 1, just green, this has now been upgraded to a level 2. You see that yellow? Which means tornadic activity could occur. Level 1, they didn't even mention it earlier this morning, but they changed that. Now, originally, when they did this, it went to the I-20 line right there and everything south. They have now since expanded this a little bit northward into Kemper County and that eastern corner of Neshoba County, and we'll take in Utah, Tuscaloosa, and Selma, Alabama, Demopolis, and all of those areas. What does that mean to you? It means you need to be on your P's and Q's. Now, as we get into this, let me show you this. As we look at this severe, of that, let's look at what the tornado chances are as you'll look at this. That amps up just a little bit there and encompasses this same area to where tornadic activity could occur this afternoon. Now, again, the strongest of storms as we're looking at radar right now is located right here. But it does mean that anywhere in this brown area, tornadic activity could occur. So be weather-wise throughout the afternoon through 4 o'clock. Now, everything that I've looked at, let's turn this off so we can see what's going on the regular radar here. Everything that I've looked at shows this storm's passing through, and it'll be raining off and on most of the day, but the heavier rain looks to be somewhere moving out about 1:45 to 2 p.m. Now, with that being said, it's Mother Nature, and anything can occur. They can take it back, it can go away, but we could get wet out of this. We're watching it, that line now into Clarke County, into Lauderdale County. Let's turn on locations and look at what we've got here. This is the Lost Gap Prison. We got rain right on the outskirts of there. This is I-59. As you know well, this stretch right in here is dangerous as we go south and follow 59 right here at the Clarke Lauderdale County line on I-59 there around Dunn's Fall. It is bad. It is raining very, very hard right now by Stuckey's Bridge. So if you're traveling anywhere coming out of Clarke County, that Enterprise exit, what is it, 134 to 138, a very treacherous roadway to where wrecks often happen right along in here. We want you to be careful. And then your next is going to be right here. Are two areas of concern on I-59 to where there's always a wreck. Now, just to the west of the Dollar General store, you're probably getting some rain there in Clarke County right now. Just west of that, you can see it at the interstate and is moving toward the high school and toward the Dollar General in those areas. It'll be raining over at Long's Fish Camp before long, where the Piggly Wiggly is, and then eventually make its way across the county over Quitman in those areas. Right now, Clarkdale, not really any rain going on, other than some spitting and sputtering right now, nothing major. That heavy rain in that west side of Clarke County as we look at this, and again, this severe thunderstorm warning will last until 11:45, so we now have 43 minutes remaining on that. Lake Edens, we got any folks watching from there? A lot of rain coming down there as well. Now, someone asked me about the West Lauderdale area. West Lauderdale is not included in the severe thunderstorm warning. As you'll see right here is where the line is. Now, we've got some rain at Battlefield. This is just due north of Collinsville. It's going to be up here near the Newton Martin County Road, right along in there that runs to West Lauderdale. Let's look at this and where this line is, or where this thunderstorm is, where it cuts across Lauderdale County. Again, Meehan, if you're at the fire department, you live anywhere around there, you are included in this severe thunderstorm warning. And this is going to cut right through the parking lot, just up from Faith Baptist. In between there and the Rock House Trading Post is where this imaginary line is, where the severe thunderstorm warning cuts off. It will move northeasterly from there and cut across, go across State Boulevard, taking in the subdivision and the country store right there. And for the life of me, I can't think of the name of the original subdivision there. It's right there at Country Store. We'll call it the Country Store subdivision, since I have a lack of brain thinking at the moment. Now, this will cut across Highway 493 just north. This is going to be at the big curve right here. That's going to be down by Lee's Bait and Tackle. That's where that's cutting across, just due north of where the soccer complex is on Highway 39. But before you get to the red light, Eagle Point is going to be about the line where it cuts across at Eagle Point. Barely misses Northeast High School and will go all the way out to the Ralph Morgan Rodeo and into the edge of Alabama. And then we will go due south all the way to the county line, taking in all of Lauderdale County. Now, as we move southward, as you'll see, all of Clarke County included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Pachuta, the whole 9 yards. Right here at Heidelberg is a storm that we were watching that prompted all of this and this weather to start firing off. Pretty nasty stuff. Could it be worse? It absolutely could be. Now, at this point, everything is just thunderstorms. I don't want to alarm anybody and get you scared beyond your wits. This is one of those times that we're very, very weather cautious right now, because it does have the potential to turn into something more. I had to stare at this twice when they threw Lauderdale County into this, and I thought, why is Lauderdale in this? And as we looked more at it, this would move northeasterly, moving pretty quick to the northeast and cut right across Clarke County into this eastern side of Lauderdale County, prompting all of these warnings as we look at this. What you don't want to be doing right now, Highway 19 south, you're running into Alabama going toward Butler. Be careful. That's 2-lane. It's rough. If you're going to take a left there and go toward Pennington, Alabama there, be careful. Up near Cromwell, very dangerous weather. Highway 80, after you go past McElroy Trucking, it's pretty rough there all the way 80 toward Demopolis. Up by University of West Alabama, we got a lot of rain coming down in there. Gainesville, Alabama. So hard you can hardly see the red lights there. So caution is advised in those areas. As we glance at Kemper County, not all that bad. We got a little bit of a shower or two coming down around Damascus Volunteer Fire Department. It's not bad there. But that stretch where we there at Battlefield, where it crosses Highway 491 into Kemper County, that lower section just west of 495, it'll make its way across Jimmy Smith Road in those areas toward Kemper. That's the heaviest that we've got there in that southwest corner right now. Neshoba County otherwise has got just light showers, no thunderstorm activity there. Out to our west as we go to Carthage, Mississippi, just west of there, Highway 25, we're getting a lot of rain over there. Has not prompted anything. We do look here at the prison. We move in here at Walnut Grove here at the prison where the Dollar General is. There is a flood warning there until 6 p.m. Watch your roads and areas in that direction. Around Union, we're okay right now. We get into Newton County, not bad at all. But we have the old saying of cats and dogs coming down on I-59 right now. It's bad. We do see a few lightning strikes, not what Alabama is getting. Look at this over here at Lisbon, all these lightning strikes. We have a few that are occurring here, but not the lightning storm that West Alabama has. So be careful in those areas. This is, again, moving out. As we look at this, we've already got the severe thunderstorm warning canceled here for Jasper County. Now, we just got an update, and this is shifting more east as we look at this. Let's look at our new territory lines of what the National Weather Service just did. We just moved this east. The severe thunderstorm warning will pick up just east. Here is Valley Road. That's Plant Sweat is where that is, just east of there. And let's go in here and take a closer look of where all of this lines up and comes across. Valley Road is just going to be off of there, crossing there, T.M. Jones Road. Right along in there, Valley Road, there's T.M. Jones Road. This is going to be where the ball fields is, basically where T.M. Jones Road is where that severe thunderstorm warning is. It will go due north. It will cross I-59. Let's look at this, where all of this lies. Right there. Here's Meridian. Here's the Highland Park in that area. Here's the hospitals. This is going to cut across Liberty Church, Church of Christ. those areas, Paulding. Right west of the high school is where this cuts across. Here's Meridian High School. It's just over on 29th Avenue is where it cuts across and puts it in the thunderstorm. It will go directly to the red light at North Hills, there where the Chevron sits and McDonald's is, there on North Hill Street, and then go due east from up here at Last Chance Tobacco on Highway 493 and cut across to the soccer field. Still missing Northeast High School across right up here where Aiken Airfield was. It'll cut across to Lauderdale and then back across east into the county. But everything is kind of a line there. Just west of Clarkdale, now due east of all of this area where this heavy rain is right now at Dunn's Falls. It's going to be east, just barely east of Plant Sweat, running north to south all the way up to the Chevron station on Highway 493. That's our line where the severe thunderstorm warning is. Pouring on Valley Road now as we glance at this. Meridian, here at Meridian Community College, 8th Street McDonald's right along in that area. As you go down, heavy rain where the old Pizza Hut was there. The heavy rain has not made it to Clarkdale. It will. We've got it clear now on the side of where Stuckey's Bridge is, breaking away from Dunn's Falls now and making it easterly. If you're down at Mathis Peaches in that area, be ready. You're going to get some wet stuff coming very quickly to your neighborhood. It's coming. You'll get wet. If you're in the parking lot now up at Walmart, Lowe's, and those areas there in Meridian, be ready. Get your groceries in your car pretty quick. It's going to come down. It's going to be heavy. We don't want you soaking wet, have to go home and change clothes. That does happen. All the way out, this stretches from the prison. Here's Meehan breaking away from the volunteer fire department, but all the way from the prison there at Meehan. It's still cutting up pretty good there at Lost Gap and moves due east, again right here to the split as we come in on this right there. Let's look at our locations as we come across. Here's 22nd Avenue and the hospitals. Here's Walmart. You see that? This is going to be 31st Avenue right here is where this is. Kind of the line there, the on-ramp to 31st Avenue off of I-20. That's 49th here. And it's going to be just east of there. This is the Pilot truck stop right here. It'll be the next exit down is where this begins. Comes across here. Here's 22nd Avenue. Kangaroo store here. We got a Waffle House sitting here. All of that area encompassing being taken in by that. Now, the rain hadn't made it to Walmart and Sam's in those areas yet, but it's coming. Raining real heavy out at Highland Park. Y'all watching from that area there? Vicki, how are you there? Let's see here. Watching from Newton, Mississippi. We do appreciate it, James, there. Quite a few watching the DeKalb area. DeKalb area looks good at this point. Let's go back down to Clarke County. We've been talking about Lauderdale County, and we'll see this line as it has shifted also in Clarke County. And it, again, north to south here, what we do, Enterprise now in the clear, although it's still raining in Enterprise. This thunderstorm warning is going to be just due east to the Piggly Wiggly. It will cut right through the center, right here. Let's look at this. Highway 512 at Pleasant Hill Baptist Church is where the line is, and just due east of Harmony Baptist Church. Jay's Taxidermy, all that area, still under a severe thunderstorm warning, and it will go down to nearly the county line, almost there, and then cut across to Shibuda, and then back across the county to the state line. Now, all these areas here, Cromwell is going to be getting wet before long. The co-op downtown Quitman area will get it even out to Archusa, as we'll see that we've got this Highway 14 area all the way back to Pachuta. We do see that now Lake Edens getting a break. The rain finally moving to the east of you. Looks better for you. Rose Hill, we got a lot of rain cutting across there. Well, let me see what else we've got. Let me see if there's been any updates. Let me back out here and just check for an update of any new information. Trees down Jefferson Davis County, which is going to be due southwest of the Lauderdale County area. We do have trees down along Broome Road with some power lines out in that area. What is this that we had? Severe thunderstorm. This is about 5 or 6 minutes old, but I'll read what the National Weather Service just sent us on this. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Meridian to Goodwater, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. We do have wind gusts of about 60 miles an hour with this. The impact damage, what could happen? It could hurt your vinyl siding, your roofs, and, well, uproot trees is what we're seeing here. Areas that it will affect: Meridian, Quitman, Marion, Tumsuba, De Soto, Causeyville, the Middleton, Sykes, Sable, 0 communities. That's where all this, and Crandall also included that at about 11:30. So that's due south of us there as we look at those. No other damage reports that I've gotten there. Now let me go here, and we're going to pull up to make sure that we've got all systems go on power with EMEPA. And we got just a little bit here. Let me go back here and turn this on where y'all can see this. We are showing that the areas right here around Enterprise, we're showing Stonewall. We got one outage there. As we go to Wyandotte area, yet again, Wyandotte being picked on today. About 16 or so without power in this area here. Let's zoom in on this. This is going to be due south there on Alamucha Wyandotte Road as we go up and go east. Taking in, that's Ponds Road is where that is. That little stretch there, about 16 of you sitting there without power right now. I'm sure crews are already headed in that direction to get that fixed. That'll be good to have that taken care of. But so far, fortunately, that's small compared to what it could be. Now, let me go here and let's just go ahead and check Mississippi Power to make sure there's no surprises with that being offered this afternoon. As Mississippi Power loads up, we do see that we've got down in this area here around Ellisville, Jones County, about 6 people. And then you get further down around Hattiesburg, about 12 west of there, and the Columbia area. And you get over near Forest, Scott County. We got about 9 on the Mississippi Power side without power. If you look at the whole thing, we've got 220 people without power as we follow that with Mississippi Power. So that's kind of where we are. And let me go back here and let's just look at the state power outages as well as we follow this. As we pull up the map here, Louisiana getting a lot, 11,000. State of Mississippi right now has 8,500 without power. As we look at this, Winston County, about 131 people without power in Winston County. Noxubee, not very much there. 0 in Kemper County. 53 in Neshoba County without power as they're working to restore that also. As we come down into Newton, all good there. All systems go. As we just looked at Lauderdale County on the EMEPA side, about 18. One person in Clarke County, as we saw that as well. In Jasper County, a pretty high number there. 76 without power at the moment. Now, again, crews are scrambling to get this stuff restored, but you've got to remember now the weather has got to pass to where the crews can get out and safely do all of the stuff that they've got to do. So be careful. Keep that in mind. Now, I want to remind everybody as we move forward with this that we're just at the beginning of weather season. As the spring arrives, and we're going to be getting there, we're not out of the tornadic side of this stuff yet. We've got a few more weeks of this, and it will come back end of March and into April, May with the severe weather that we always do. Watch this. Be prepared. Several ways to do that. Make sure to get yourself some shelters and know where to go. Have a weather plan is what I'm getting at when it gets to all of this. Don't wait for the weather to find you. Be proactive on everything. Know what you're going to do. Know where you're going when weather breaks out. And that's what I mean by a weather plan. We don't ever want you to be to where you don't have a place to go when you're scrambling and worried about what to do. So that's why I bring all this stuff up. So be careful with what you do and always plan ahead with what happens in life so we'll know what to do here. Let's see here. A lot of folks want to know about this. What do you do when the power goes out? Well, here you go. Booker Electric can help you on this. These power your entire house. You're tired of not having power when it goes out? Talk to them about this. They can make you a great deal on that. Generac, they work. They're wonderful, and I think you'll like it. I've got that as a backup generator here in our studios. That's what we go on. It kicks on as soon as it runs off propane. Very easily installed. You can have it run off natural gas as well, whichever you prefer there. You'll like that. We'll have some more tips on things of that nature there. Let's go back to radar now. Take a look at what we've got. Heavy rain across Clarke County. Let's turn off these locations to where you can see as well. Here we are. This is the Meridian area. Pretty heavy rain downtown Meridian. Could that be worse? It certainly could. Now, north of I-20, a little bit worse right along in there. As we get down here, right here at the Clarke County line, this is going to put you there about Mathis Peaches at Clarkdale. Heavy rain right now coming over the school, moving to the northeast there. as it comes across. Now, again, the worst of our weather is going to be down in here. This was where it was in Heidelberg as it moved across, and this is that line that stretched. When that severe thunderstorm warning was issued, it was very little rain to the north. It was all concentrated in there, but it has stretched and moved off to the northeast. 11:20 at this point as it comes across. We have roughly 29 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, it does look better than it did a few moments ago. Radar will update here in just a few moments, and we'll have a new updated. Matter of fact, let's hit refresh and see what we get on this at this point. Make sure we don't have anything new. Let's turn those off. Basically the same thing. Worse weather at the Clarke County line and due south through over Quitman at this point. Got any Quitman watchers, Clarke County? Y'all looking at this? Coming in at the co-op there. Skidmore's raining pretty heavy all the way up here to where we find the Clarke State Park. If you're there in a camper, be prepared. It's going to rattle the windows for a few moments there at Clarke State Park. Moving in at the railroad tracks there at Jay's Taxidermy. It'll blow some lawn furniture around, I promise you. Pachuta and the clear now as this moves east. This is going to be affecting out about where the landfill is, and even out here to Cooper's Chapel. Y'all get ready. It'll be there. We're probably in 5 or 6 minutes is what we're looking at. We do see that the rain is broke now. All this around Dunn's Fall. It's moving across. Even moved across the Evangel Temple. Maybe some light rain across the parking lot. But the heavier stuff has moved past that. Heavier rains there at Gregg's and the Clarkdale Water Association. From there due south. And as I said, right there at Clarkdale, Superette, those areas getting a lot of rain. Very heavy rain there. Let's see here. Make sure we hadn't gotten anything new. Weather alerts. Okay, nothing new there. Making sure we didn't have new information there. Still some heavier rain there as we come up Brookdale, these areas there right around Northcrest Baptist Church, all the way over to the past the four-way here in Marion as you get up to the industrial park, Highway 45, the bypass there. Heavy rain all the way to there across the road tracks and across Lamar School. Again, we've got roughly a little less than 30 minutes now remaining on this, 29 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning as we come across. Moving down, as you'll see, the rain really has not affected Highway 19 yet. It hadn't quite made it to southeast as we get that radar update. It's on the outskirts of this as you come up on that red light there. We're showing that rain moving across Plant Sweat Valley Road area clear now and moving easterly. Causeyville getting some rain now. Here at Long Creek Ball Field, there at the fire department, y'all are getting rain. Even out here at the golf course, we see that Lakeview getting wet. And the Girl Scouts getting a little bit of water there. As we move back down into Clarke County, heavy rain, as we mentioned several times about it showing up there at Clarke State Park. Pouring rain there. And this is going to take roughly, let's just look at this distance from one side to the other. This storm is roughly at its biggest about 7.3. Let's go ahead and call it 8 miles in case we're missing something. Miles wide there from one point to the other as we look at that. Pretty good little stretch of thunderstorm. So you have to drive a little bit there to get out of it if you're in that area there. Let's see, a distance to clear. As we back out to show you here. Wayne County still under that severe thunderstorm warning, and not much going on around Waynesboro. It's going to be to the southwest of y'all as we look at this. I wouldn't be shocked if this fades away here in the next few and blends out, goes away. Still heavy rain just to the west of Jay's Taxidermy. Highway 18, y'all watch those areas there in Clarke County. All the way down Highway 45 till you get to the city limits of Pachuta. Heavy showers. As we'll see here at Manassas, not a lot of rain there. Shiloh, y'all will get y'all's in a minute what is coming across the county. Let's zoom in here and just take this is old 145. Look at that all around the lake there. Pretty heavy, isn't it? Old 45 there. Rain approaching as my radar just texted me and it was letting us know the showers starting to move in up here around Neshoba County. Some showers moving up here. Nothing heavy, light rain is what it was letting us know. We do show that south of DeKalb there on 39, a pretty good little shower there on 39 up around Five Tower Road as you're coming in to DeKalb. Slick, curvy in those areas. Be careful. Daleville as well, those roads, watch that. As we look to our east, our friends in Alabama, we hadn't forgot you, a lot of rain there in Livingston, Alabama. And this is going to hover I-20 toward Bowlagee, Epps, Alabama. Gainesville area there at the river. Look at that. Won't be able to see one side of the bridge to the other. Use caution in those areas with that. Let's see here, 15... we're looking at about 22 minutes remaining on this as it comes on across, showing that the rain getting ready to move in toward Causeyville Ball Field. Y'all be ready for that. And we'll have it out at Why Not Motorsports Park before long. This may not, they may ride this till the end. It's kind of hard to see. Now, again, as we look at all this, we want to remind you, let's turn off this. This whole area here is going to be under a severe thunderstorm watch through 4 o'clock, which means some of this stuff that's back over here could fire back up and cause more. Now, as you'll look at this, this is the main line. But they're not discounting any of this to where it could come back and cause a little bit more issues later. But this is the main concern. And if you were going to say what is the worst, down around Richton right now, Highway 98, these areas here around New Augusta and Beaumont, that is a lot heavier storm that is happening in Clarke and Lauderdale County. Even in Wayne County doesn't have that kind of activity right now. This stretch of 45, the closest to the Meridian area, is the worst. That stretch from Pachuta all the way up to where you would get to where Clarko State Park is. It's going to be heavy rain. If you're traveling for your job, wait just a few minutes. That will fade away. It'll slide out and go away. Now, again, as Robin brought up, I pray no tornadoes. That's what we all pray for. We don't have any on site at this point. Are conditions favorable where they could? Yes, they could this afternoon. Should anything like that come up, we'll be the first to break in and let you know all about this as it develops and moves across. Always dealing with Mother Nature. You never know what she's going to do. She's got a mind of her own at this point. 11:24, our deadline for the severe thunderstorm warning. Again, 11:45 as we watch this carefully and follow it across the counties. As you can see, this is not near as bad as it was, not in Lauderdale County. Lauderdale, that's starting to break. We got a little bit of red here east of Marion headed toward Toomsuba in the Russell area. A little bit around Long Creek. The worst of it is here, just southeast of Quitman is the worst there. As you get down to the De Soto community, all the way to Pachuta is heavy right now. Under a severe thunderstorm warning until, again, 11:45. As you'll see here, we got several things going here. Thunderstorm warning, thunderstorm watch until 4 p.m., and then an aerial flood watch until 6 p.m. A lot of water has fell over the last 48 hours, or coming up on 48 hours once this is all said and done. A wet day for us. It's going to be to where you don't want to pull off the edge of the road there, because you will be there. Saw a school bus yesterday, didn't we? Sure did. Let's move in here in Lauderdale County and look back at this in some of these locations of what we're showing here on the eastern side. Rainbow Lakes out by Russell Christian Academy. Look at that rain there. Now this will go north as Russell, all the way up Russell Lauderdale Road here, as we'll follow the Tompton Road all the way up through here. Marion Russell Road, all of those are heavy rain there. All the way back to Lauderdale. Heavy rain through there. As we'll see Dalewood. Anybody watching from the Dalewood area, you're getting heavy showers there now. And again, as we look at Lake Tom Bailey, pouring rain there. This is stretching from the Ralph Morgan Rodeo due south. We cut right across the water there, and we come down. That stretch there is pretty heavy there. Now, it's lightened up a good bit as we get to the southern portion there around southeast out to the Boy Scouts. That looks better. Kind of following Highway 19, and it will cut right across the county and on toward Alabama. I don't see them extending this into Alabama. I think this will fade away once this expires here in the next few moments. As we get into Clarke County, we have some areas of heavy downpour. And I don't want you to think when I say it's not as bad that that it's where you're sitting, it's not, in your mind you think, gosh, What is he talking about? It could be worse is what I mean by that. These red areas, it's heavy. And the darker the red, the more torrential it is where you can't see your hands as we look at these different colors. Right out here by the landfill in Clarke County, it's pretty rough there. But as we look south in these areas down here, look at this. This is a lot worse storm. Let's just pull this out where you can see this. Here's Clarke County, and this is what's going on down Richardson, Mississippi. That's southeast or due east of Heidelberg. That area there, that storm is a little bit worse than what we've got here. As you'll see there, the lightning strikes that are popping down here compared to here. Not near the storm. We're thankful for that as this fades away and hopefully dies out in the next, say 15, 18 minutes from now, this will go away. Lauderdale County, without a doubt, what we've got the worst of rain is going to be Dalewood right now. They have not updated the lines. They may hold this line for the next 15 minutes as we watch this severe thunderstorm fades out. Let's go back and look at power and see if there's any updates on this. Let's refresh this and go to EMEPA. We had, roughly 18 people at one point. Now we've got all of this in the Wynot area restored. The power is back on. That is great. We have this one outlet down here around Stonewall that is still without power here. They're working to restore that as well. The crews from Clarke County are headed that way to fix all of that. Now, as we go here to look at Mississippi Power, let's go back and do an update on this. They had roughly 220 a minute ago. Still no changes on that in those areas there west of the Meridian area and southwest. Nothing in the immediate area on Mississippi Power affected. The state, we were looking at 8,500 a while ago. Big difference there, down to 7,700. Nearly 1,000 people has been put back, restored power, getting better and better every moment. Noxubee County down to 3, 0 in Kemper. Neshoba County still has 70. Their Central Electric, they're trying to get that restored as well. Clarke, that 1. Jasper County still hit pretty hard there. They've had some heavy rains there, as we show 70 people there in the Jasper County area without power. So a lot going on there. And as always, if you've got a question, you can inbox us and let us know. We just got word that the big puppy dog that we had shared this morning, Scooby, has been found. That's great. Nothing worse than losing your pet. We're always here. If you've got a pet that gets misplaced, let us know. We'll be glad to share that with everybody because, well, everybody out there knows how tough it is to be without your pet, don't we? Let me go here and let's just pull up some wind and show you what the gust and things are doing here according to a radar wind gust. Let's pull this up and go back into the Meridian area. Hit another button or two, and here we go. Here, around Meridian, as we'll look at this, gusts right now of about 30 miles an hour out at the airport as we go a little bit north. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here and see what we got. The Collinsville area, about gust of 31. York, Alabama, you're hovering at 31. It's a stream there. A little bit heavy there in Livingston at 33. Over in Union, look at the gust there, 38 mile an hour gust. Almost a clothesline day, and a 28 in Philadelphia. And we go over to Newton, a little bit less, 29, not much difference. Forest, we're sitting at 26, and Morton is where you start seeing a change there at 22. Butler, Alabama, we're sitting at 29. Let's just go into Quitman, this area here. Gusts of about 34 miles an hour right now. So temperatures, let's look at temperatures of what we're doing here. Meridian sitting at 71 at this point as we go across. Eastern right there at the county, 72. We're showing 70 in Collinsville. Decatur about 68. Union 68, and over in Newton about 69. Alabama still sitting at 72 in most areas there. So not a lot of change in those areas with all that. Let's go back to radar and see what we've got. Let's do a refresh. Let me do that before I hit the button where you can see everything. It makes it a little bit more visible when you do that. Here's radar. That's what we got. This has calmed down quite a bit as we see the rain east of Quitman now, east of downtown Meridian. This is a lot calmer. This is going to be chilling in the next few moments there as we watch this. This is going to expire in roughly 14 minutes. That major threat has died down. What we've got there is heavy, heavy rains there. The worst of that right up there. We'll be here throughout the afternoon to watch all this. This will expire again at 11:45. We're going to have severe thunderstorm watch roughly through about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Your major storms are due south of us down here, Richton and these areas as it exits the state. And I don't expect this to fire off one here at this point. It's Mother Nature. It could, as this is the intensity has gone down tremendously as we watch this, as we always do. We do hope you've gotten a little bit out of this. Let's go back over our areas before we close this out. And on the road headed home, Miss Emily, you be careful. Make sure it dries you right. As we'll see here, some light showers up here right around the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena as we go down. Still moderate rain there across the lake at Dalewood coming down. Still at Tom Bailey Lake. A little bit more intensity here at the Boy Scouts as you come across Southeast School. Raining pretty heavy if you're looking out the windows at Southeast, all the way down to Causeyville. There at the ball field there, rain showers. As we dip down into Clarke County, it's now east. The storms are east of Clarko. Kind of free there. You can see across the lake there. We do have rain approaching, raining pretty hard there at Energy now. As we come further south, everything's moved past the church, and we're coming right up toward the state line as we look at this. Manassas getting rain at this point there on County Road 511. There at Carmichael. Not heavy rain at Shallow yet, but you'll get yours. It's going to be due east of Pachuta at this point. Light showers scattered across most of Clarke County now as we wait for this severe thunderstorm warning to die out here in the next few moments. It's not much left on this. As you'll see there, the intensity has gone down quite a bit there. So we'll watch these storms in the background and be here throughout the afternoon. Should the weather turn bad, we'll be here for you. We'll let you know and watch this stuff very carefully. As always, thank you all for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll be here. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning will expire in less than 15 minutes at this point. We've got 11 minutes remaining on it. It'll fade out here in just a few moments. We still got some showers. Be careful. Wrecks happen all the time with this. And we're coming up from the Scotty Ray Report as we watch the weather for you here at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.